Guardiola has just completed 5 years as manager of Manchester City. What an extraordinary 5 years it's been. Now Mahrez wins the ball back. Gundogan has it. Suddenly City in with a chance already, and they might well take the lead through Edozie. Well, he scored in his previous 2 pre-season friendlies against Preston and Barnsley, and he's done it again, Sam Edozie. Now scored in 3 pre-season friendlies in a row, and he is to be applauded for doing so. Just 18 years old, and what an extraordinary week it's been for him. Knight shows for him, breaks off him, and Blackpool have it with Lavery. Tries to get beyond Diaz. The referee says that's a penalty. Diaz had a little nibble, says the referee. Lavery takes a tumble. Blackpool have the penalty. Well, in pre-season you iron out the kinks and get the rustiness out of your system. Ruben Diaz can be afforded that as Garbutt tries to tuck in the penalty, and he's dispatched it sweetly. Zach Steffen went one way, the ball very firmly into the roof of the other side of the net. Bowler lost out. Here's Ake. Now Fernandinho. Support from João Cancelo. Scooped passes, inch perfect to Riyad Mahrez. Back to João Cancelo. Well, it was a nice combination between the two, who've really been combining sweetly in both the previous pre-season friendlies. Mahrez and João Cancelo very much on each other's wavelength, and I suspect the right back will be a little disappointed that he couldn't get that lower. Maybe test out Stuart more in the Blackpool goal. Here's Mendy. Fernandinho gets the return ball from Mendy again and lands a fabulous pass at the foot of Riyad Mahrez. That's a really nice ball to Edozie. Edozie goes for it and Moore parries it. Mahrez picked him out. Edozie almost picked out the corner of the net. Here's João Cancelo into the path of Palmer, and back to João Cancelo. Opens up to be hit, and he'll be so disappointed because he was in a glorious position to score. Look at the way he drives forward and almost demands the pass from Palmer, and then his technique lets him down right at the end. Just slices off the outside of his boot and away from goal rather than toward it. I'm pretty sure that the man with no name is Tyrese John Jules, who's not officially listed on the team sheet but has signed on loan from Arsenal. And I've seen John Jules many times up against City. It's a pacey live wire, an attacking-minded player. I'm pretty sure it's he who has crept onto the field. Anyway, here's Mahrez for City. Terrific finish. And he keeps his goal-a-game record up in pre-season as well. Well, Edozie and Mahrez scored against Preston a week ago. They were both on the score sheet against Barnsley on Saturday. And now they're both on the score sheet against Blackpool. And what a wonderful finish that was. Can't underestimate how difficult to finish that is, because there's only one place that he can actually put this, because Grimshaw has the angles covered, and with his weaker foot, very left-footed player Mahrez, he has just guided that ever so gently and ever so precisely into the net, although Grimshaw did get a piece of it from Casey. City have taken the corner meanwhile, and Diaz almost gets there, and Ake does as well. Neither do, and it goes out for a goal kick. Another wicked ball into the box, and look how close both Diaz and Ake were to getting to Mahrez's delightful swung ball into the far stick. Beautiful flight on this ball from Mahrez. Oh, agony. Here's Mahrez for City. He was bundled to the floor. The referee eventually gives City the free kick. And again, it's a little ball into Gundogan. That is magnificent. The vision from Mahrez, the ghosting run from İlkay Gundogan. Those are exactly the kind of runs that made Gundogan such a prolific scorer last season. He's almost unnoticed by the Blackpool players, who by the time they did see him, it was too late. And Gundogan was prodding it into the corner of the net. So Edozie still attacking from the left, Mahrez from the right, Bernardo Silva on the same side as Mahrez. The two of them have combined so many times from that City right. Anyway, here's Edozie down the City left. He has Palmer by the centre spot, the penalty spot, and he brings in Fernandinho to hit it, and the deflection almost took it into the net, and Grimshaw made the save. Nicely teed up by Edozie, and Fernandinho hit it crisply. It struck the legs of Casey, and Grimshaw made the save. Here's Mahrez. Probably touched the ball more than anyone out there this evening. João Cancelo up towards Gundogan. Again he's stolen in, again he's finished. Well, last season was certainly no flash in the pan. City's top scorer always seems to time his runs to perfection. And with players like Mahrez around, those runs aren't unnoticed. This time played in by João Cancelo. Gets beyond the last defender and just taps it past Grimshaw. Gets his second goal of the evening. City's fourth. And, well, how good a finisher has İlkay Gundogan demonstrated himself to be in the last 12 months. Sandler was quickly in there. McAtee, who's also looked impressive. Clever ball. Mahrez. Oh, that would have been very special. Pep Guardiola put his hands to his head. It may be pre-season, but he would have loved that acrobatic goal, acrobatic attempt to turn into a goal. Wonderful from Mahrez, the scissors. Picked out by McAtee. Blocked by Casey. And that is the end of the game. A tremendous pre-season for City, really. 10 goals scored, just one conceded. Pep Guardiola very satisfied with what he's seen. Riyad Mahrez has looked brilliant throughout pre-season. Scored again for the third match running, as too did Sammy Edozie. A penalty by Luke Garbett is the only goal that City have conceded in the 3 friendlies they played. And 2 goals from İlkay Gundogan, which made it 3-1 and 4-1, just showed that he has not lost his scoring touch. And you have to say that pre-season has offered so many positives for the Blues ahead of the Community Shield on Saturday. Plenty of first teamers have got minutes into their legs. Good to see the likes of Benjamin Mendy on for the full 90 today, Mahrez as well. And throw in some excellent cameos from some of the younger players, like the one in picture, Josh Knight, Cole Palmer, Edozie, who scored in all 3 games, and really pre-season couldn't have gone much better. So whether you count the first day of the season, the game against Leicester in the Community Shield on Saturday, or whether you say that it's the friendly against Spurs, the Premier League fixture against Spurs the following Sunday, either way, the 3 games in preparation for that have concluded with 3 wins for the Blues, the latest of them 4-1 against Blackpool.